What's going on, guys? It's Zekka here with a new type of video in my channel. I never did tutorial videos, but I just wanted to record this one. So I didn't want to teach like the classic sounds that you can find everywhere, or you have tutorial about them in many videos in YouTube. So this is about different kind of sounds that I created. Maybe other people also use them or discovered them by their own. So these are 4 cool design snares that I like. I think they're not like hard sounds to get, they're just like good ideas, and they're a nice sound design, but you won't need like super high level skills. It's not like learning an inwards monster bass, you know. You don't have to build muscle or really practice that much. I think they're very easy to learn, and maybe you can find them useful or start using them, or maybe they'll help you inspiring for other sound creation. So let's get to it. First snare, we're gonna be starting with one that you might probably know, and you will have some tutorials about it. This is the fish snare. I wanted to cover this snare basically because I created it like 7 years ago. I want to give you my own personal tips about it, and also I'm going to teach you another way of doing it. So a different technique for kind of the same sound itself. So yeah, let's start with it. Fish snare. This sounds very easy. Easiest way you can try to learn it is just pronouncing its name, which is pronouncing the word fish, fish, fish. Try to pronounce it like whispering, fish, 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 fish. And then we're gonna focus in the F sound. See here, just like triggering your lower lip. You have to put it behind your upper teeth, just like this. See, your teeth gonna be in the in the middle section of your lip. You charge it, make pressure, and release it. And then you. So the cool thing and the cool variations you can do with this snare, it's about how you release the air, how you blow the air after doing the F sound, because you will find different textures with the air, and you will find your own way of modulating this snare. So many people doing it like very pronouncing the word fish, like we get like a sharp snare, very sharp, more high frequency. It's a clean one. So when I created this snare, I wanted it to be powerful. Like when I use this snare, I want it to be very loud, like because it's very powerful on a microphone, and it always got that impact. So yeah, in order to do this, I can give you like 2 tips for this. First one is find your position where you can get the air through sounding loud. For me, it's like very similar to the F position, like this, but like more showing more your teeth and opening a bit more the gap between your lips and your teeth, kind of like this. All right, so in that point the air sounds louder. And the second tip is like, in order to trigger the sound, use your diaphragm, whatever it's said. You know what I'm talking about, this thing right here. Use it to trigger the sound, just like this. How you can train this, or how you can do it. Imagine like people boxing, not beatboxing, just boxing. When you hear people boxing doing like releasing air in short like blows. It's kind of like this. You can try to release all the air in your lungs, all the possible air that it's inside you. You can try to release it, just blowing, in the shortest amount of time you can. So kind of like this. You see, it's like I'm trying to release as much as I can, but just in a just very short. So once you have that like controlled, you're gonna use that with your mouth in the fish position, in the F in this case position. So you're gonna trigger the sound without moving your mouth. You're gonna push it using this inner exercise you're doing, like so this would be like see, I don't force, I don't move my lips. My lips are stuck in the position. I just break them and I just release it, pushing from the inside. It's like you can apply this exercise for normal kick and normal snares. Like it's a way for doing like strong beats, like powerful drums. It's the difference between doing. You see, it's like using your diaphragm for doing this. Basically, that's what I do when I do the fish snare. I push it using my core, and that combined with the position I have for the air gets a very impactful snare. You see? And it's a very fucking loud snare. Very cool and fun exercise you can try to work on this like power. It's just using a lighter, you put it on and you try to put the flame off using your snare, all right? But you cannot blow like this. You have to make a short hit. You see? You can try like going more away with the fire and try to put it off, just like this. See, you see the delay between my snare and the fire disappearing? This is because I'm not doing like, that doesn't count. This has to be like a short sharp sound. It has to travel. The air has to travel like a ball, like a bullet, and hit the fire. Now, if you want to make more distance, you can just put a candle and put it a couple meters away and try how far you can go. That's a good way of training this power. You can try with different outward sounds, and you will see like how you improve with this. So basically, yeah, apply this to the fish snare and you will get that powerful fish that you always wanted to have. Other things you can do with these snares, like putting voice to it, like Beatbox she does. It's really cool. The texture is so good and the voice fits very good with this sound. So I told you I will teach you a different way of doing this sound, and this is like, I'm gonna call it like the fish snare because it's basically the same but more with the set, and it would be like this. That's very similar sound. I think it sounds the same, but the technique is different. So if you learn both of these ones, you may find differences between those for combining with different sounds. Maybe one of each. It's easier to combine with other sounds you're using with. So fish snare will be like, see, my tongue is covering my upper teeth and I'm just like triggering back. After that, I cover a bit with my lip. Just shoot it down. So you see the difference? Maybe you can do a double snare. So it's easier from fish to fish than from fish to fish. I don't know, different ideas, different usage. Just try them both and see whichever works better. I think that's all with the fish and fish snare. That will cover the first one of these 4 snares. So I think we can move on into the second one. I really like this one. I don't use it as much as I should, I think. I call it the slap snare because for me it sounds like kind of a slap. And this is a very easy one. I think it's very easy. When people see this snare and try to do it, they end up doing like this, which is also a cool snare, but it's not. It's close to that thing, but it's not. So the problem when you do the position is the same, but you're using your tongue. In the inside, you're doing the sound with your tongue, kind of like doing a hi-hat. But in my version, in the slap snare, the texture is a little bit different. You can tell, like. And in this one, I'm not using my tongue at all. So first of all, the mouth position should be easy. It's just doing like this. Yeah. Placing your upper lip in your lower teeth. Just opposite position with the feet snare. We do like this. Then we switch. So it's the opposite thing. Should be like this. And in the inside, my tongue is like floating, not touching anywhere. It's like not doing anything really. It's just like this. All right. Once you get that position, first step I would say is like try to do a kick like this. It's like trying to make a kick, but replacing your lower lips with your teeth. And without using your tongue at all. So you will get that kind of blur kick. And once you get that, you just have to play with the air and give it a little, fade out with the air. Just like blowing a little bit. Like an S. Try to pronounce in this position. You hit it and you open a little bit and let the air go out. So just play with it until you find your perfect version of the snare. You will get that. You can do it longer, you can do it shorter. It's how you play with the fade out of the air after doing this kick. And there you have the slap snare. Easy. I think you can do a very cool texture drum with this, because you can do it with the kick, whistle, and with the snare. So you can do something like. You can even do this kick while humming, just like this. It's a cool one also. So second snare, slap snare. Let's move on into the next one. This one is a very specific design. I call it the glass snare because my idea is like trying to emulate some kind of glass breaking, and it would sound like this. So it's kind of a simple snare with a cool delay on it. I just came to play with the buzz. Yeah. This snare is composed by 4 sounds. First one would be outward key snare on the side, just like a dark sound technique. I do it like very compressed to make it sound like more high pitch. And then the other 3 sounds are a combo, a pattern, inward pattern, which is just TK, and it's like inward hi-hat. You don't have to like focus very much in doing it powerful. It's just like inward hi-hat, inward rim shot on the center of the palette, an inward snare. So it's like 3 inward sounds. You have to use the same breath, the same single breath to do the 3 sounds. So it's like easy, easy. Then you combine, it's like. So when you do it relaxed and you can do it fast enough, you can make it sound like a very fast delay you have after the snare. So very important thing here is trying to fade out the volume. Fade out the volume. So it's like. So that's the hardest part of these sounds, like trying is in such a short amount of time, try to lower the volume progressively, or make that effect to the ear. All right, you can also do like, you know, instead of inward T, doing that inward. Yeah, cool sound. You want to level it up, you can like extend the combo after the snare, just like. You know? You can play with that. It's just like crispy inward sounds and playing with the volume to make that effect. So you have the glass snare. Try to make the first outward sound. Try to make it like as strong as you can. So you will have that first snare volume go louder than the rest of it, and you will get better that effect, that delay effect, right? You could also like doing all of them inward, like. You could also, I don't know, apply it with like many different snares could work with this. But I think like the outward key snare, the crispy one, is like the best one for this. If the texture of the first snare like changed too much from the other thing, like the effect doesn't work or doesn't sound like an echo or a delay. It needs to have, I think, similar textures, all the sounds to have a better effect. That will be the glass snare. Last one, I'm gonna teach you the how to call it. Clop snare, different types of clop snares. This is a cool snare, but I'm gonna teach you different levels of it. Let's start with the basic. Level 1 would be, that is just combining a key snare with the hollow clop. So you use your snare to trigger the hollow clop right after. Second level of this will be triggering it with a double snare. Double inward snare. So the pattern will be. So here in the snare, notice that I'm not using my lungs air. I'm not like deeply breathing in, like, because it would sound less hollow, and the hollow clop would not sound the same. So I try to use just the pressure in my muscles. I'm not really taking air in. Alright, so next level of this snare will be triggering it with the triple snare. Should sound like this. That's slightly different, but if you notice, it's like it's a more rolled snare, it's more crispy. And this is just a bit harder to do it consistently and put it on beats, but the change is very small. Instead of doing, we're adding an inward hi-hat, inward T. But again, we're not breathing in, we're doing with pressure, with muscle. All right, and then we do it. And here we're a little bit playing in the limit between what is and what is not a snare. I mean, this is kind of a snare, but it's on the limit to sounding like a pattern of sounds or a technical filler or whatever. But if you do it like fast enough, you can make it sound like a single hit with a little bit of delay. So obviously this would work better for slow BPM and slow beats rather than fast beats, because it's really hard to trigger it, the whole sequence of sounds and make it sound like a snare. So you see it's more like if you try this, for example, with drum and bass, it would be very hard to do it like consistently and hit it like snare. You see, like it's like forced, you know, it's harder to make it work. If you want to level it up even more, you can extend the combo you do. So we can go from to, so we'll have like even one more sound. Slightly different. You could even combine like techniques of these different sounds. We can take this and put it the glass delay on it. See, it's all about creativity, and this is not like, all right, you do this sound and you have to do this and this. No, I mean, you can make different little changes with it and you can get similar results. So experiment with it, play with them, try to combine different things, try to apply some techniques to other sounds, and maybe you'll find different ways of doing them. That would be you have the fish snare, you have the slap snare, you have the hollow clop snares. So as you see, they're kind of easy sounds. You don't need super high fucking level skills. I hope you can get these sounds down. Maybe you find your own ways of doing them or you upgrade them. I would love to see that. So yeah, I hope this was cool for you guys. So yeah, I think that was it. If you like this, I hope you do. In that case, just drop a like, comment, share if you want, subscribe if you're not subscribed, whatever more you can do. Have a nice day.